In the classic animated film Pinocchio, the character Jiminy Cricket is tasked by the magical blue fairy with helping the newly alive wooden boy discern right from wrong. But unlike fairy-enlivened magic dolls, human beings do not need an animal partner to be our moral guide. Each person has an innate spiritual sense that we call a conscience. But how do Methodists understand this essential part of our character? That's our topic for today as we look at Wesley's Sermon 105 on conscience. I'm Reverend Ian Collier, and this is 2-Minute Methodism. While people often speak of a conscience as something natural to a human being, since all people have one, following Wesley, Methodists understand the conscience to actually be supernatural, a direct gift from God to every human soul. Wesley argues that the etymology of conscience means to know together. And what our conscience is supposed to know are our thoughts and actions, which we cannot know in truth without the help of God, together with the will of God, which only God can reveal, especially in our fallen state. The conscience then judges our actions against the will of God and delivers a sentence, either contentment or the punishment of guilt. For Wesley, while not all people have explicit intellectual knowledge of God or the blessing of receiving God's will through the church, in a Christian view of conscience, the very categories of good and bad map onto the character of God and its opposite, respectively. Wesley also teaches two ways that conscience can go awry. While it is a supernatural gift, it's still a sense, and humans can affect our senses through the way we exercise them. Sometimes, Wesley teaches, our conscience can become too sensitive, giving us guilt over things that are not sinful. Wesley treats this as a sort of mental illness, and he recommends prayer and the 18th century equivalent of therapy. On the other extreme, though, if we repeatedly ignore or violate our own conscience, it becomes desensitized and it stops working. Therefore, our job is to heed our conscience and to continue to study God's will so that we can calibrate our conscience correctly.